Hello and welcome to my channel called Am I Doing This Right? I feel like if you are watching this, you know who I am. I'm wearing a nice shirt because I took a LinkedIn picture today. So had a whole headshot made and that's why I'm dressed nice. You probably won't see me dressed nice in the rest of these videos because, as some of you may know, I'm going to volunteer abroad in Nepal. I wanted to make this channel because I didn't really want to blog and write what's going on. I think it'd be a fun way to tell stories through filming this, and I have a video camera that I don't really use, so I thought I'd put it to use. I decided to call this channel Am I Doing It Right? Because as some of you may know, I have deep amounts of anxiety about life, and especially after graduating college, kind of just thrown off a cliff and trying to figure out what to do with my life. Ha! And it's terrifying. So I think that this channel may be a way for me to vlog about my time in Nepal, but I think it'll also be a way for me to talk about life in a way that maybe some other recent graduates can identify with, or hopefully people that have, have been in the adulting world for a long time can identify with. Questioning yourself, questioning your decisions and that you're making in your life, asking yourself, is this the right thing to do? And hopefully we come to the conclusion that the answer is there is no right way to do anything. It's what you do and what you think is best in the moment, and that's what's correct. There's no objective way, but of course I have a lot of anxiety having to do the right way, having it be perfect. So yeah, that's a big test for me. So that this will definitely be a test for sure. Anyways, moving on. So I am going to volunteer in Nepal. So where is that? If you don't know where Nepal is, it is a country. It's a sliver of a country above India. So India's here, Nepal's right above it, and then you got Tibet and China above that. It's right where the Himalayas are. I am going to a specific country, or a specific place in that country, the city of Lumbini. So Lumbini is where the Buddha was born. It is a religious site, and a lot of religious pilgrims go there for tourism. And I went there in the January of 2018. I went there with a class from Eckerd College. We went there on a winter term trip, and I went to Lumbini for a week, and I absolutely loved the place. I really fell in love with everyone there, and I remember asking one of the workers at the local school, like, if I could come back, and I don't think I was serious at the time. I think I was just like in the heat of the moment excited about the place, but I ended up coming back. Last summer I messaged one of the leaders of the town, Venerable Matea, asked if he needed any help with anything, and he said I could come and volunteer with them and I'd have a place to stay. So a lot of people have been asking, what am I doing there? And to be honest, I don't know for sure. It's very up in the air, and they know I'm coming, and that's the important part. But in terms of my specific jobs, I think it'll be a figure out when you get there kind of deal. They have a crane sanctuary there that is 256 acres, and they think they need some help with that. So I know that I will be helping a friend there. His name's Dharmendra. I'll be helping him with surveying, some land management, and they even had talks about creating videos to bring tourism in, so good thing I'm bringing my video camera. Depending on how much time that stuff takes, they also have a school there through the Lumbini Social Service Foundation, and I may be able to help teach English there. And I recently this summer got certified as an English teacher, like a TEFL certification, which is teaching English as a foreign language. So I may be able to put that to use. I leave on Saturday. Today is Thursday. So it's coming up, and definitely feeling the stress of it. I had a bit of a panic attack yesterday, and that was kind of not a good time. Didn't enjoy that. I'm basically almost packed, but this is a really big change, and it's scary. I'm honest. I'm very scared. I'm very scared of what is to come. I have a lot of issues with change, and this is a big change. I really am working hard to, you know, balance the negative thoughts with the positive ones, and yeah, it's going well though. I besides yesterday, it's going well. I'm feeling pretty good now, and uh, yeah, I think this is gonna be a good experience. I'm scheduled to be there. I gave a commitment for about 6 to 8 months, so that's a really long time. That's the longest time I've been out of the country. It's the longest time I've been away in one area that wasn't, school. I don't even think I was at school for that long. The question of why am I going? Well, that is a really good question. Why am I going? Why am I going to Nepal? Why am I going away? A lot of people, they go get jobs in the States. Um, Real life really freaked me out. I got a little freaked out after graduating to figure something out. Went to volunteer in Ecuador last summer, and I think I decided I wanted to go to Nepal. And it wasn't until this summer that I realized I made that decision out of fear and was trying to run away from issues with depression and anxiety. And I thought that maybe being in Nepal would help that go away. And then this summer I realized that's not true. It's gonna follow me. It's just around because it's part of me, and that's it's something I have to live with. But I can't run away from it. So I'm glad I figured that out now. I also wanted to put off real life as fast as possible. Don't want to get there at all. Do not want to go to applying for jobs or trying to find an apartment. So this was the easiest thing to do, and came to terms with those facts and realized that those things are not really going away, and they're just going to be waiting for me when I'm done, and it's not really worth trying to run away from it anymore. So I decided to find new ways to define my urge to go. I think that I don't really know myself very well, and I would like to, instead of putting myself into a new situation where I may be interested in something or not, I decided to still go and uh, put myself to work in the service of others in the hope that I can find myself a little bit. And that sounds so cliche when I say it. That sounds like just the most annoying college graduate thing to say, but I truly feel that way. I don't think it's any BS or anything. I think it's actually how I feel, and I want to do this. It's not something I feel attached to or I feel like I have to go. It's something I do want to do, even though it's terrifying. It's a small little town. It's not going to be that cold. It's going to be around Florida temperature during the winter at the coldest. About 72,000 people that live there. It's pretty small. It's in the area I'm going to be living in. It's also just pretty sleepy and small. But the people are some of the best people I've ever met, and I'm just excited. I think the parts I struggle with most are the isolation, and that's why I want to make these videos, because I think maybe it'd help me with not feeling so isolated, and it helped me create something to put out to everyone at home. And I know a lot of people at home have a lot of questions. A lot of people are asking me the same type of stuff. So I thought I'd go through some of the, most asked questions I've got. A lot of them are from colleagues at work, family members, some friends. So I thought I'd go over some of those. Well, the first one, let's see, Wi-Fi. Will I have any sort of internet? I will be staying at a monastery, and they have Wi-Fi. I'm pretty sure the password is like Dharma or something. Like it's a word that is used in Buddhism. I'm pretty sure. So I will have Wi-Fi. I will be able to go on Facebook or whatever. I can do basically whatever I need to do on the internet that I could do here. So I will have that. So Wi-Fi is good. There are a couple monks that live there, but mainly it's a lot of the little monks, the monkettes that are that's not what they're called, but the monks, the little monks that are trained to be monks, they live there, so I'll be hanging out with them, which will be fun. Do you know the language? No, I do not know the language. They speak Nepali, or it's also called Nepalese. It's a similar language to Hindi, which is what they speak in India. I tried to learn Hindi on Duolingo last summer and a little bit in this winter fall, but I I stopped because I could only say the cat was black so many times. Like it really was not helping me. I didn't feel like I was learning the language how I truly need. Like if I needed to like actually go on a bus or a plane, I needed to know more than you know I'm from America, which is just not helpful. So I wasn't feeling it was good enough for what I wanted to learn, especially in such a short amount of time. I was working a lot of time, so I stopped. I do not know the language. It's actually really hard because I know Spanish and English because those are similarly based off of Latin. Hindi and Nepali are based off of Sanskrit, which is just a total different alphabet. So not only do you have to learn a new alphabet and a new way to read words, but you have to know then what those words mean. It's like three different translations I have to do. I have to translate the letters into the Latin alphabet, and then I have to translate those words into English, and it's just like it's a lot. So it's going to be hard, but I really want to learn the language and I want to work on that. So I'm going to be trying that for sure. I love asking questions and writing things down, and people are really nice about it. So I think it'll be fine. Will you have food? Yes. In Nepal, they have food. They do have food. They have shops. They have restaurants. I think I'm guaranteed 2 meals a day because the monks don't eat past 4. They have these monk rules. There are rules for the monks. It's pretty interesting. I can go over more of them when I get there, but yeah, so they don't eat past 4. So I will get 2 meals, and then I can figure out cooking and things. I don't know if I'll be able to cook. I know one of the nuns there, Anju. I'm really excited to see her again. I really wanted to cook with her because she was a really good cook, and it's really good food. It's a lot of grains and stuff that isn't so hearty like in the States, but is really filling. It expands in your stomach. A lot of rice, a lot of grains, and a lot of carbs. So which is my favorite. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, the food I will figure out while I'm there. I'll get back to you on the food. But there is food. Other white people. Are there going to be other white people there? I don't know. There are some other teachers there from other countries. I don't know if they'll be white. There may be people from Europe teaching at the schools, or just in the town there are some tourists, so maybe there will be other white people, but for the most part, I will be a minority there. And our class was a minority when we went, and to be honest, I kind of liked it. I kind of liked having a different, vibe in the space. It's too normal to just walk into a room and see, everyone's usually Caucasian or some form of it, and it's really humbling to be in a space where you're the only white person. I think it's refreshing. I think it's nice, and you also get a lot of attention, which, I mean, some people like that, some people don't, but you do get a lot of attention, and you'll often find like tourists from Asia. They'll come take pictures of you, which I don't mind. Like, it's okay. It makes me feel good, but I mean, it's a little weird because they're only taking a picture of you because you're white, which is just, if that was done in anywhere in the United States, you would hear about it so quickly, and those people would be torn apart on the internet. But it's cool. It ain't like where I'm going. Like, it doesn't matter. They don't care. It's just they're taking a picture of you because of your skin color. And if you're tall, if you have red hair, those are qualities they really love. I have neither of those, so I guess I'll just go for my pale skin. All right. Snakes. Yeah, they have snakes there. Yeah, they have cobras.